The U.S. Supreme Court will decide soon on two closely watched cases that could have a major impact on life and the freedom of conscience in America.
We need to be praying.
Justices will rule on a California law that requires pro-life pregnancy care centers to post notices about the availability of taxpayer-funded abortions.
We are very much hopeful that the Supreme Court of the U.S. will give us a ruling that will hopefully put an end to all of this business.
State Representative Peter Breen says the outcome of the California case may affect a similar abortion referral law in Illinois. The DuPage County area lawmaker is special counsel for the Chicago-based Thomas More Society.
We've got the injunctions in place on the Illinois law. The U.S. Supreme Court is overlooking the whole scenario with the California law. We are very hopeful. We've got an amicus brief in the Supreme Court cases. We've been very involved in the Illinois cases.
And the High Court will be ruling on Baker Jack Phillips, the Colorado man who refused, based on his faith, to paint a cake for a same-sex wedding. He's lost business and is being sued.
And that is probably the largest and most significant religious liberty case in a generation, maybe ever.
J.D. Messnard with the Alliance Defending Freedom's Church Alliance spoke at the Illinois Family Institute's Worldview Conference, where he pointed out that the Phillips case will determine whether the government can compel a U.S. citizen to violate his conscience and sincerely held religious beliefs about the sanctity of marriage.
Do you know what we call that when we say you have to act against your own will? Servitude. Tyranny.
A Supreme Court victory for Jack Phillips could bring relief for Jim and Beth Walder. The state of Illinois has fined the couple $80,000 for refusing to hold same-sex weddings at their bed and breakfast in Paxton.
It's one thing to say you can't live out your deeply held beliefs. It's another thing to say you have to act in violation of them.
During the IFI Worldview Conference, Breakpoint commentator John Stonestreet suggested that the outcome of the California and Phillips cases will say a lot about the future of the First Amendment.
We all need to certainly pray for it. That's what we can do.
While you pray for the Supreme Court, please consider a gift to the Illinois Family Institute. All donations are tax deductible.